The best book about how to talk to your customers is called The Mom Test. It's written by Rob Fitzpatrick. And the cool thing about it is it's basically written from an engineer's perspective. So it's very structured and methodic, right? And it has very clear principles and tools, basically how to talk to people, what to ask, what not to ask. Um, and it's a definite must for all the product managers and all the founders. And even if you're doing a side hustle, it's definitely a very valuable resource before you actually get out and start talking to your potential customers or existing customers. So definitely a must read. So here are a couple of very useful ideas that resonate with me in particular from this book. Is Number one is you shouldn't really be talking to your friends and family. And the reason being is that it's going to be really hard for them to be objective, right? They like you too much and they want you to succeed. So a lot of times their feedback would be too good, right? It's going to be very hard for them to be critical, um, and be sort of truthful and honest with you. Um, Number two is do not pitch your product or do not even try to sell it, but instead try to understand and study the habits of the customer. There's a particular reason why you shouldn't be asking about the price points, and Rob explains this really well in the book. It's basically our psychology is such that we can't even predict our own decisions. I can tell you that I'm going to buy it from you for, say, $100, but then the moment I pull out my credit card, and try to enter it, I might change my mind, right? Like there's a different kind of thinking that's going to kick in when it actually comes down to the payment, right? So asking about the price points could actually be misleading, right? Because you're going to hear that people are willing to pay, but in reality, they're not going to pay. Another great point from the book is that you should be always asking open-ended questions when you talk to customers. And usually we kind of tend to ask closed-ended questions and give optionality, like would you rather choose option A or option B? But if we want to get more insights out of the conversation, we should really aim for open-ended questions. And the best ones are usually something like, do you recall last time you went grocery shopping? Can you walk me through your experience? And that way you're going to hear from the customer the things that were important to them, like what did they feel, what did they buy, how much did they pay. Those are the real openers, and then you can ask more direct.